Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about the updates that Yamaha brought to the Valencia test. Now, Yamaha ran 3 different programs during this test. They were testing an engine, they were testing aero, and they were also testing a new chassis. Now, Fabio Quartararo rubbished the new chassis, said it wasn't really good at all, which is a very big concern for me for Yamaha, because if a chassis is not good, it's definitely going to be a tough season ahead for them. He said the engine is a little bit better, not much better, but a little bit. But the main part of where Yamaha were focusing on this test is on the aero. And one of the first and noticeable things that you can see here is the rear wing. And this is very similar to the wing that they ran in preseason testing. Not very similar, but it is similar style. However, what I would actually class it more like is that it is the KTM Rear Wing from Jerez on. So if you remember it, that was the one that Danny Pedrosa debuted. But it also kind of shows me a little bit of a worry because, even Honda are onto a double and triple plane rear wing, which means that, Yamaha haven't even thought of that yet, and they're so far behind and they don't understand aerodynamics. It is a little bit of a worry. The other thing that they were testing at this test was a new exhaust, which we've seen this exhaust before, but again, it is just interesting that they were testing it on the 23 engine and the 2024 engine. They were also running downward ducts. We have seen the downward ducts again already previously, but again, these do look to be in a different shape. They were trying sessions with the mid-wing on and off also with the downward ducts. So again, trying to understanding and a correlation within them. The main thing, I suppose, when you look at what the change in the Yamaha was that they moved to an Aprilia style front wing, much larger, 2 planes in it. It's definitely interesting that they've gone this route, and the feedback from both riders is actually quite positive compared to the old wing that they were running. Now, the major problem here is definitely going to be the more wing they put on, the more drag they cause. While they're not the slowest in the straight line speed traps anymore, they are still slow in getting up to that speed. And as we could see many times this season, when they were accelerating out of the corners, the guys were pulling away, not allowing Quartararo or Morbidelli to pass. So overall, I'm still quite worried about Yamaha. Their aero understanding is still very basic. Hopefully they can improve that for Sepang, but the engine is not really working as they had hoped. The chassis is not working as they hoped. And the aero is, let's just call, well behind others. I know Yamaha team managers and that will say, it was quite a positive test. But from Quartararo's side, there seems to be a lack of correlation between himself and Crutchlow, which is also the worry. Crutchlow says it's good. Fabio said it's not so great. So if those two are not in sync, I think it's going to be very hard to develop the bike. Now, Yamaha do have the extra concessions, and I think a lot of pressure is going to be on Yamaha next season to use those concessions and to use them properly. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of the updates that Yamaha brought to the Valencia test? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.